to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will put toe to leather to crank us up. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A first down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job of reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game with all the rain, they were going to have to be able to run the ball and be more physical. But, of course, you can't avoid passing situations, and they're just going to have to be better as this game goes on, connecting on these gimme throws. They weren't able to do it there, and as a result, they turn it over on the first drive of the game.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And on second down for this offense. On the option. Now the toss. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set. First down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
To the air on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On second down, looking again to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the option. Now the toss. Smashes through the tackle. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They were trying to get the screen set up, but it just took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and the quarterback's supposed to, invite those guys to run upfield on a screen pass, but they got to him so fast he couldn't get rid of the football, and they got the sack.
Looking to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. The field goal is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
From the gun, the ground game. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Looking to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Firing to the right, complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback, keeping his eyes down the field.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Rebels are rolling down the field. He's going to pass. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes a connection. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can...
That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense, and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from...
He's going for the big play. He's got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Give to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The give to the back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got a chance. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Coming after it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's a gut punch if you're the defense right there, because on that 3rd down, you just got to make 1 play and give yourself a chance to get off the field. But you let the quarterback get out the back door. He's able to extend the play and go pick it up with his left.
Oh, look out! Running inside the 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Still on his feet at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. second down here as they go back to work after the break. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Trying play action. Unloads it left. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offensive turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got to pass.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard, quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create something explosive. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, but the sweet throw-in catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he's got it at the 25. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun to give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. On the option. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Give to the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. want to talk about building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.